All right, we are back here at Toyota of Gadsden, Rainbow City, Team 1 Toyota of Gadsden, Rainbow City, with a very special guest, and I'm going to let this young lady introduce herself at this time.
Hey, my name is Nicole Harrelson.
Now, Nicole, you and I talked a little bit off camera about where you grew up, and grew up in Calhoun County, Webster's Chapel.
I did.
Talk about your childhood a little bit. What did that look like?
I went to Pleasant Valley High School. I was there my whole school years from kindergarten to graduation. I actually met my husband in kindergarten, and we started dating when we were in high school in 2012, and we've been together since then.
Really?
Yeah. And
now that's wild.
What's crazy is we have pictures in elementary school from when he was a football player and I was a cheerleader, and we're like teeny tiny little elementary school kids, probably like 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and we've got pictures together.
That's crazy. What is the chances of that happening?
Yeah, for real.
You hear stories like that every blue moon. It's like not that normal, but for that to happen like that, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But one thing, my aunt, which we talked about off camera, grew up there, worked there for many years as a custodian, one of the best humans I've ever met. But it's a family-oriented school and community. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, everybody knows everybody. Whenever, like you said off camera, when the tornadoes came through, everybody pitched in because we had friends and family that we didn't know if they were even still alive because of the 2011 tornadoes. And I remember calling friends and family. We thought the school was hit. I mean, we didn't know what was going on, but we came together as a community and helped each other, and that's the best thing about living out there. That's why me and my husband haven't moved, because we've got family out there, and because it's such tight-knit, we plan on, like, our kids, we have 2 girls, we plan on them going to Pleasant Valley and stuff like that and living in the same area.
Yeah, because I actually drove through there to check on my aunt once that tornado come through there, and for those of you, the only way I could describe it is if you've seen, and I know people may laugh when I say this, but if you've seen footage or pictures of Hiroshima where everything's destroyed.
Yes.
There's nothing standing. Trees, houses, cars. I seen cars in trees.
Yeah.
I seen what used to be foundations of houses that was, not only was it all gone, the foundation was ripped up.
Yeah. And like pine needles and doors and stuff like that. There was this one lady that lived on a road that we drove through, and I mean, the tornado literally went straight through that area. And she was probably in her 80s maybe, and we drove by checking on everybody, and she was pulling her trash can up the road, and her house was not even touched. But it hit literally everywhere around it but her house.
The higher power took care of her.
It definitely did.
I'm not even going to have that conversation because nobody's going to convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
There ain't no doubt about that. But when you have tragedies like that and you find out what true friends and true family is, that's what it's all about.
It is.
And now going over into your work career, when you found a place like this that is family first, friends. It's like friends, but it's also like family here working. Talk about the benefit of that. You growing up in that, and then now you get this every day at work.
Well, I consider growing up here too, because when I graduated in 2014, my cousin, he was working here when we were next door, and he didn't realize I was looking for a job because I just graduated high school. And so he asked if I wanted a part-time job, and I've been here since then. I left for a year and came back. There in 2020, I had my first child, and I was able to take off for her and just for the end of my pregnancy, just for safety precautions, because we're such a tight-knit family here. They put me first and my child first. So I was able to take off and I realized the other day it's been 10 years since I've started with Team 1 Toyota.
That's incredible.
Yes, and I've known Sean he's been here the longest. I've known him and Larry Peppers the longest of anybody that's worked here, and it is really like a family. I know if I'm stuck on the side of the road, somebody here will come and rescue me, whether they live in Oneonta or Gunnersville or wherever, they will come and help me.
You don't find that every day in the workforce, but especially when you're looking to buy a car, the number one thing you're looking for is trust.
Yes.
So if these people are willing to trust you like that and you're willing to trust them like that, that's a positive. Talk about trust when it comes to selling cars or anything dealing with business in general.
Well, trust is so important because you come in and you already think that, it's a salesperson, they're going to try to use you to make money. This dealership is going to try to use you to make money, but it's absolutely not. I've heard our used car manager, Arlen, he'd tell them the greatest price. This is what it's cost down here for your trade. This is what it's cost down here for your trade. We're giving you the top money for your trade. I know that Noah, he's the one that I always go to. He always gives me the upfront what he thinks I need, and I know that's exactly what I need because he gets to know his customers first, and he understands their needs, and then he finds a vehicle to match the needs.
Absolutely. And when you put that type of selling mindset with the reliability of Toyota, it's a winning combination. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So I actually drive a Toyota 4Runner myself. It's a Trail Edition, and with the safety of it, it's phenomenal. It is just a deer, but it was a ginormous deer that I hit, and all it did was mess up my bumper. And I've seen vehicles that's been hit by transfer trucks, and people walk away without a scratch, but the vehicle is in pieces. But it did what it was supposed to do. It protected the person and their families.
I've purchased 2 vehicles from this very dealership right here, so I can attest to the reliability and how they've helped me in my life. I've got a 2020 Toyota Corolla that I bought that had 3 to 4 miles on it in 2020, and now it has 180.
Wow.
That's how much I drive with average Joe's, but it hasn't missed a lick. And I knock on wood if I had wood, but I don't think I need to because it's just a testament to how Toyotas are set up. But when you're selling a product that you 100% believe in, how much easier does it make your job?
Well, I'm actually not in sales, but it helps me be able to recommend my friends and family to this vehicle because, I mean, I'm getting to the age where all my friends that I graduated with are having kids. And so they need bigger vehicles, and I 10 out of 10 recommend an SUV or a Camry or whatever suits the person because of the safety qualities. You've got the pre-collision and everything like that, and it notifies you if there's something happening, and that is very important, especially when you got kids crying in the back seat and little babies crying in the back seat. You get unfortunately distracted, and so those alarm systems helps you get back into where you need to be in case something is happening in front of you and you don't realize it.
Yeah, lane correction, they have all kinds of things. And another benefit they have is your kids get old enough to where they're driving, they're 16, and God forbid they're texting and driving, but it happens.
It does.
That's another safety feature, and a Toyota is definitely first of its kind, to do those type things. Just in closing, what separates this Toyota dealership from some of the others, you think?
Specifically, we don't add on like a bunch of extra dollar amounts to the final dollar. So we don't add on like all the ads, including like nitro and tint, and kind of just hide it under the pricing. We give you straightforward up front, this is what it is, pricing. And I think that's really important. And then also the aspect of it being family friendly, family oriented, family owned. I know that if I see a customer stuck on the side of the road, I can call somebody in service and say, hey, so-and-so is on the side of the road. I know they bought from us. Can you send somebody at the help? And they will, and they definitely will help them, and at no cost or little to no cost.
Yeah, I've actually had some of your guys come pick me up before, and when I was stranded before, and take me places, and also when they're working on my vehicle, take me back to work, come pick me up from work.
Yeah,
so
it's
they
very
go that
convenient.
extra mile.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And working here, it's a perk, but I mean, for some reason, I'm prone to getting nails in my tires, and I know that if I call somebody, they'll help me because I'm a tiny person, but I drive that 4Runner, so the tires are ginormous. They'll help me put the tire on and get a new one.
That's a benefit.
Yeah.
Hey, and you're not going to get that everywhere. We live in a society where it's quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's keep moving. We don't have time to deal with that. But
or they'll take 10 million years to get to you, and you're like 20 minutes down the road.
That's exactly right. Well, hey, I appreciate you sitting in with us. This has been a fantastic interview. And, hey, look, we're looking forward to doing more stuff with you guys moving forward. And what you're doing here is making a difference, not only helping the people in your community that you know, but people you just met 5 minutes ago who walked in off the street.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.